Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Drakeo the Ruler. Now, in this story of Drakeo the Ruler, it's a tragedy. I'm going to be real, man. Unfortunately, Drakeo the Ruler this weekend lost his life. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with the case. And there's a lot of speculation about what took place. Now, there's a story from the Rollingstone where Drakeo the Ruler's mom is speaking out for the first time about how she's going to go on with this situation in the future. When I say on, it looks like that she's preparing for a lawsuit. Also, Drakeo's brother by the name of Ralfy spoke on social media. So his name is Ralfy The Plug, and he took to social media to make a statement about everything that's going on as well. And to be honest, there's still a lot of chaos surrounding this situation. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's found a place of normalcy yet, but when can you find a place of normalcy? When you have such a horrific situation that takes place, right? You have somebody who's starting to go to the peak of where they're going to be in the rap game, and they unfortunately lose their life due to some senseless violence at a music festival, man. Nobody prepares for this, and I'm pretty sure it's tough on his family, but let's get to these stories. Now, before we do so, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this Drakeo the Ruler situation. Now, I'm going to be referencing this story from the Rolling Stone, man. And in this story, it talks about a lot of things, but one specifically is his mom speaking out about how she feels about this situation. Now, she names other rappers, and there's a lot of speculation about rappers like YG and his camp being somehow associated with what happened to Drakeo the Ruler. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that I don't have any proof of that. I'm going to just be reading the story as it is published by the Rolling Stone here, right? Now, the headline says this, exclusive. Drakeo the Ruler's mom says she plans to sue over his killing. I want justice for my son. It continues by saying he wanted to help the homeless and do something for children who were needy. Darlene Cornell, mother of the late rapper, tells Rolling Stone. And he wanted to take care of his family. Now, this is all based on, I guess, her interview with Rolling Stone. So this is straight from her mouth. Now, this doesn't mean that she had any type of malintent or anything like that. It just seems like she's going straight off the cuff of what she wants to do and what she believes at the time. Now, with that, let's get to the story. All right, so it starts off by saying this. It says, the mother of murdered rapper Drakeo the Ruler wiped away tears on Monday as she spoke about her son's genuine heart and senseless death in a backstage stabbing at the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival Saturday night. She ran two fingers up from her collarbone to show where someone plunged a blade into her son's neck, ending his life just as his music career was reaching its next level. Now, that video of Drakeo the Ruler on the ground has been going around, and, you know, it was all over social media. I can see it starting to get taken down or whatever. But, man, that whole scene was horrific, to say the least, man, because to think that he was in a situation where he was, you know, fighting for his life, literally, man, on the ground there, when he's supposed to be praised as an artist who shows up to a music festival. I mean, from the time that I seen that situation, I thought, well, Drakeo the Ruler is the artist. He's the breadwinner for his whole clique. Why is he the one on the ground stabbed? Like, where's his security? Where's his bodyguard? Like, this makes no sense. And as we go through this story, you're going to hear that same sentiment echoed by his mom. Now, it says this as well. In quotations, she said, he was hit in his neck. I saw him when I went to the hospital. They said it's a homicide, so I wasn't able to hug him or kiss him or anything like that. I had to look at him through a window. Darlene Cornell told Rolling Stone in an interview at her Los Angeles residence. In quotes, it also says, I need this to be out there. I need people to know. And I do want justice for my son. And I do believe justice will be served, she said. I will not rest until justice is served. So obviously she's looking for justice to be served from a legal standpoint or whatnot. And she wants justice to be served probably from a standpoint of changing things in the future. And by future, I mean making sure something like this never happens to another rapper again, man. Even though that's a tall order to make, right? Now, it also continues by saying, according to Cornell, 53 years old. Her son Draco, born Daryl Caldwell, was backstage with a small group of people that included his younger brother, Devontae Caldwell, a rapper known as Ralfy The Plug. She said that according to witnesses she spoke to, a large influx of people arrived around the same time as fellow rapper YG. Now, YG's name has been thrown around there a lot, and a lot of people have been saying things about YG's crew probably being involved in this, or at least involved in the scuffle. At this time, nobody has any proof of that, but man, this is horrible for LA's hip-hop scene, to be real. Now, also, it continues by saying this. This is her speaking. She said, they said there were like 40 to 60 people, Cornell told Rolling Stone. Members of the incoming crowd swamped her sons and their smaller entourage, she said. Everything just happened so quickly, she said, they started trying to jump them. So basically saying what a lot of outlets have been saying, that YG was deep and had a whole bunch of people with him, and the crew that, or the people who carried out this attack, not even to say that it was YG or anybody associated with YG, but whoever this was, according to some witness accounts, they seen a larger group attacking a smaller group. You know what I mean? She said that Devontae tried to protect his brother. He was trying to fight, but when he turned around, he could see his brother with blood gushing out of him. He was like, did they stab you? It was like there were so many of them. So basically saying that Ralfy the Plug turned around and saw Drakeo the Ruler stabbed and asked had he been stabbed, man. So I know a lot of people have been going hard on Drakeo the Ruler's crew and just talking bad about them because, you know, it looks bad when the head person or the person who's the top rapper in the crew gets killed or something bad happens to them and nothing happens to anybody else in the crew. But based on this story right here, she believes, or according to what her son told her, they were trying to defend each other. They just got swamped. They were just too many people. You know what I mean? Now, the story goes on to make some claims about, you know, the potential for a lawsuit and how the security was handled at the event. Now, in the story, it says this. It says, a well-placed source said people entering the backstage area were supposed to pass through a metal detector and a screening area patrolled by canines trained to detect gunpowder and other explosives. CHP investigators say the incident involved a suspect wielding an edged weapon. It was not immediately clear if the weapon was smuggled through security or possibly an object found backstage that was turned into a weapon. Now, that opens up another bag of worms, right? Because possibly somebody could have snuck this item in there, and then, you know, that goes against probably the protocols for security there. And I'm not for sure on that. Just don't hold me to that. But then you have the potential for somebody to find something and use it as a weapon as well. So I'm not sure, man. Horrible. Now, Draco's mom continued by saying this. She said, they let all these people in, and you're not supposed to have all these people backstage. And your security is supposed to be in place. Now, she also said this. She said the whole program should have been orchestrated a lot better than it was. And there should have been more protection. Even if you have metal detectors, even if you pat them down, you let those people come in there. You had more people come in than you were supposed to. And you allowed them to jump on my son. You didn't protect my son. Now, she broke down and needed a moment to collect herself as she described her eldest child. Now, she talked about, you know, Drakeo the Ruler in just the same way that any mother would talk about their son, about him having a genuine heart and things like that. And she talked about the fact that, you know, his brother and everybody, their family has been affected by this. Now, she also said this. She said he planned to do a lot for the community, and he was planning on doing a lot for people in the industry as well, or pursuing himself in the industry as well, man. So, tough situation for his family. Horrible situation for his family, I should say. And I know I've foot stomped that a lot, but it looks like, based on this report, she might be setting up for a lawsuit. I mean, they even use that in the headline. But when I first heard this story, I thought about that. Now, here's some other news. His brother, Ralfy The Plug, has actually went out to social media. Well, let's say he's allegedly went to social media to make a statement. And I'm just going to break this down a little bit, man. He said that, you know, he had told Drakeo about, you know, doing songs where he, you know, talked about death and things like that. And, you know, he put something in a song that he kind of told him to take out and he never did. and he wishes that he would because he felt it brought on some bad energy and some negative energy, man. Now, I'm not sure if that post is 100% from Ralfy The Plug, but it is floating around on social media as such, and it just goes to show that this family was touched in more ways than one by this situation, man. Now, with that, I'd like to end this by saying this, man. Rest in peace to Drakeo The Ruler, obviously, man, and condolences to his family once again. Now, with that, what do you guys think about this situation? Do you think his mom will potentially have a lawsuit out there or have a good case at a lawsuit when you break down the fact that, and I suggest everybody go read that Rollingstone article, when you put in the factors that, the security obviously, weren't able to protect him as an artist. Do you think that they're liable for any of those things? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer. I don't pretend to be. But do you think that she has a case here? Now, with that, this has been your boy, Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.